Hi, welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. Syracuse is the near unanimous top-ranked team in the country at the moment. They're still undefeated. In my ATS video update on them that I did in mid-January, I mentioned that Syracuse had been a good bet all year long, and they were looking like they were still probably going to be a pretty reliable team to bet on overall going forward, even as a solid favorite. And in their 8 games since that video, they did go 4-3-1 against the spread. So they're looking pretty appropriately valued currently overall, and definitely not one of the overvalued elite teams that we do see from time to time. Syracuse is, though, looking a bit like the kind of elite team where there can be good individual spots for betting on or against them. Syracuse is probably a team that has some line value when they're facing another top team with a competitive spread, but that they lose that line value when they go up against a much worse team and they're a big favorite. And we recently saw them get a cover as a small underdog at the road at Pitt, but we also saw them lose against the spread in 2 of their last 3 home games where they were a double-digit favorite in each of those games, despite, of course, winning all 3 of those games outright. So looking ahead, they have 2 more regular season home games coming up where they'll again be a double-digit favorite, and I do think they could have a little value betting against them in those games. They play Boston College on February 19th, and that line is already out. BC is plus 14.5, and then against Georgia Tech on March 4th, they'll again be a double-digit home favorite, and I suspect they might also have value as a fade in that one as well. When they go on the road, though, their spreads do get a lot more reasonable in general, their talent still holds, and they are 5-1 against the spread on the road so far this year. They have 4 more road games coming up this year, and they might be just a good bet across the board in all those, especially, in my opinion, at Virginia on March 1st in a game that figures to be very close and low scoring, where Syracuse might be an underdog getting a few points. I also mentioned in my last Syracuse video that they had been trending under this year and that was likely to continue, and they did go under in 6 of their 8 games since that video. One of those overs was by just 2 points, and their last 4 unders were all by double digits. So the market pretty clearly doesn't appear to have adjusted properly with respect to the totals, and I do think they'll continue to be a good underbet for the rest of the regular season, and particularly in their upcoming games at Maryland on February 24th and possibly again against Georgia Tech on March 4th, although last regular season games can be a bit wacky when it comes to totals.